hope you're ready, because we be starting.
You have no idea how ready I am. Do you see what I'm drinking right now?
The Bloom. Wow. Is that
It's a
real
Shirley
Nazi soda?
Temple.
Oh.
And
I was
sadly,
thinking of the Bloom political party.
oh,
The
I don't want to rep that
Nazis.
shit. Fuck, dude. No, thank you.
Oh my God. Wait,
It's
is it a
a-
Durley Shirley or just a Shirley Temple?
Oh, Durley?
The Whirly Durley. Have you seen that Rick and
No.
Morty episode?
I want to say yes, but what is the Whirly Durley again?
It's in I think it's in season 3. It's the Rick and Jerry episode where Rick takes Jerry on
Yeah.
an adventure, and then they go on the
This is
Whirly
very
Durley, and then they go enter the wormhole and have a cosmic trip together and meld and all that.
Oh, yeah. And then they still can't get along. I vaguely remember that. Only because I watch Rick and Morty most of the time when I'm freshly gardened. But anyways,
yeah.
No, it's not dirty. It's just a Shirley.
Just a boring old Shirley.
I don't drink, so I don't ever have alcohol in hand, and then
Yeah.
buying it just seems like a waste. So
whenever we do a gardened episode, we should have one of us be gardened and the other one can drink alcohol. That'll be an entertaining combo.
That will be interesting. Oh, I love that. My God, welcome everybody. How we feeling post book 8? Feeling ready to talk about it. I think we should say now, if you have not finished book 8, holy shit, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah. Serious spoilers. So we read book 8 with the advanced copy, which you can get access to on Matt Dinamit's Patreon. I don't know if that will happen for book 9 or not. Apparently, when he did that with book 7, a lot of people were distributing the advanced copy all over various pirate websites. And so his publisher won't allow him to keep doing this if it keeps getting pirated and spread to all corners of the globe. So don't do that shit.
Oh my God, what a slap in the face. Like,
Mhm.
if you love a book series, or like Tyson says this all the time with like games and stuff, like give the developers your money. They've earned this shit, and yeah, they have. Give them your fucking money and stop distributing the file.
Right? Yeah. I won't say that I've never pirated anything. I used to pirate games back when I was very, very poor, but if it ended up being a game I really liked, I would always then go back and buy it later once I actually had money.
Yeah.
Show
I
'em some
believe
love.
in celebrating the people that made it if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I've pirated a bunch, but I did pirate TV shows and movies in high school because our parents were too strict. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, for real, I feel more and more like pirating stuff again these days, mostly because the streaming platforms have gotten so stupidly annoying with
They're greedy.
ads. Yeah, dude, they're trying to raise prices, and the way that they do the ads especially is so dumb. I remember I paid for HBO Max through Amazon Prime, and then I was sick of the ads, so I paid for Amazon's $3 a month, remove ads, whatever it is. And that doesn't work on additional channels like HBO Max. It only works on Prime content. There's no way to not see ads with HBO Max if you're getting it through Prime, which is so dumb. I hate ads. Absolutely cannot stand them.
I hate ads. I like talking shit about ads. And literally, anytime ads come on, because we are paying for the cheapest version because we're cheap, me and Weston are either just like look at each other and talk, or immediately open like TikTok or Instagram. I'm like, I am not going to let this ad affect me at all. I'm not going to let it infiltrate my mind or influence me out of spite for all these corporations and shit.
Seriously. I want to set up a ad block device. There's something called a Pi hole where you get a little... Do you know what a Raspberry Pi is? It's like a little mini computer, basically.
I'm going to say no because I'm guessing it's not a Raspberry Pi.
Not the kind that you eat, no. So it's a tiny little, basically tiny computer. It's a little computer board that's like this big that you can programmed to do all kinds of creative stuff. So you can make what's called a Pi hole, which is a Raspberry Pi that you plug in to your home network. So this would sit basically between like your cable modem, where the whatever your internet service comes into the house in. Then you would plug that into the Raspberry Pi that's set up as a Pi hole, and then the Pi gets plugged into your Wi-Fi router that splits route, actually connects the devices in your house to internet, right? So it sits in between, and then it removes ads from the network stream. So if an ad is supposed to be showing up on your TV, it would just be completely black. It basically just yanks it out. And sometimes it'll just skip playing the ad completely, so it just won't even, nothing will show up. And other times it'll just be black silence for like a minute or however long the ad is supposed to be. But you won't actually see any ads.
That's awesome. Like, how much? How much I want one.
I mean,
hard to make.
You would have to buy a Raspberry Pi, which is pretty cheap. They're under $50. I'm not sure how much they are. And then the software for it is open source. So yeah, I could make you one super easy.
I'll hire you. You're hired. I hate ads with an absolute passion. And you're right. The streaming services and just corporations as a whole in every sector have gotten so bad. I remember like the olden days of like Netflix and all the other earliest services of like, it wasn't that expensive. You could mainly watch everything without ads. And now, like, they've cracked down on the password sharing. Ads are fucking everywhere. You have to pay an arm and a leg. Not really, but for streaming services, it feels like an arm and a leg just to not experience ads because everyone wants money and they're so fucking greedy. And I have this train of thought all the time. I'm like, I feel like if just one of you guys had a soul as like a board or whoever makes the decisions, you have the opportunity to like leave these other fuckers in the dust if you don't do all this and like find a way if you have to have this money to generate it elsewhere. Don't be so psycho with the password sharing and don't shove ads down our faces and like everyone would come to you.
You would think
Right?
so. Yeah. Because it's gotten so, I mean, Disney Plus, if you want it with no ads, is like $20 a month.
No.
That's so expensive.
No. With the addition of like everything else you have to pay in a month, it's just like really, really.
Anyways, that is not actually what we're here to talk about. But the moral of the story: don't pirate Matt's ebooks, you jerks.
Exactly. Oh wait, I have one more thing before we fully descend into book 8. Look at it's Jelly Jubilee. Can you see it? Oh,
yeah, kind of adorable.
yeah, I'm repping. Okay, dude, where do we even start? I think we should start with Donut's chapter. Well, it's technically Chandra's chapter.
Yeah, that was such a good opening scene. Donut's lawyer, Chandra, who is also Carl's wife.
AKA Raging Bitch. Very insecure, obviously. Oh my god. Seeing Donut just like absolutely take her down, the level of like unbothered and like she just knew immediately where to start with this bitch. I was like, oh, I missed her so much.
It was really amazing how quickly that went from the chapter opening with Chandra being so confident and thinking that she has completely taken care of everything. Now she gets all their money and there's nothing anyone can do about it, to at the end of the chapter being terrified for her life because you don't fuck with Donut and the Princess Posse. Dude, or the donut holes.
No. The scream that I scrumped when she pulled out the piss line and then Chandra looked down because she thought she pissed herself. And then Donut was like, oh, sweetie. Oh, sweetie. Oh, Samantha's floor 9 recap was pretty good as well. Very strong ways to start the book before it just descends into absolute chaos. Well, I wanted to ask this at the beginning. Where does this rank for you amidst all the other DCC books so far? I know we got like the unedited version. I feel like it's probably not going to be that different. Honestly, this felt like minus some grammatical errors, like a final draft to me. I feel like I'm going to be sad if they like cut any of the scenes or anything, but
I doubt they would cut anything. Honestly, I think the biggest change will maybe be adding in some extra details or just more clear explanations. There was some parts that were just really confusing
crazy.
that I eventually ended up just saying, okay, I'm just gonna skim over this part, which I usually don't do. Usually when there's a confusing part of a book, I like to read that few paragraphs or whatever several times until, okay, yep, I understand exactly what's going on. But there was a lot of spots in Parade of Horribles where I just said, screw this. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna wait to read it after it's officially out or listen to the audiobook. It doesn't make any sense, and I think it's because they haven't actually cleaned it up yet.
Yeah. Well, is it, like, one of your favorites so far, do you think, or hard to say?
It is one of my favorites, but I think all of them are one of my favorites. I
It's so
don't know
hard to
how
choose.
I would rank them, honestly. I was thinking about this, is there any that I don't like as much? And I don't think there is. I don't really have a clear favorite.
I agree. There's not one that I dislike even a little. I guess there's just ones that I enjoy more. Like, I really enjoy The Butcher's Masquerade, The Gate of the Feral Gods, and The Bedlam Bride. Like, that whole trio in a row. I just feel like
Mhm.
things happen so fast, and there was so many additions of characters that I now love almost as much as the main crew. Personally, I think this is gonna rank to be probably one in my top 3. I can't even tell you which one of the 3 yet. But there's just so many cool moments, and we finally got, like, a look into really what the end of the series is gonna look like, I think. Like, this is when it all starts to make sense, and I saw this video of Matt Dinniman talking at some event he was at, and he was basically saying, like, someone had asked him, "Will we see all 18 floors?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think things are gonna become a lot clearer after you read book 8." And after having read book 8, I'm like, "Yeah, I see where this is going." I'm
Mhm.
fucking stressed though, because that one line, whether it was Eris that was talking about it, or I don't know who said the line, or if it was like Carl's internal monologue. It's like, "Don't forget, this is a tragedy."
Yes.
I'm
I
not
do
okay.
remember who did say that. It wasn't,
I think I highlighted it. Let me try and find it.
but it's true. The books are trending towards like high stakes, tragic. What'd you find? You find something funny?
Oh my god! I was trying to hold it in because I knew you were explaining something, but I was scrolling through to try to find the tragedy in my highlights, and I came I came across this line. If this motherfucker wasn't on the don't shop list, he'd be getting the kneecap treatment. Alright, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm just gonna wait until you're done talking to look through that.
The books are getting progressively more high stakes, and tragic shit is happening more and more. They still have the same dungeon crawler feel to them, but I feel like the earlier books are a bit more fun adventure where, yeah, it's everything's crazy and people could die at any moment, but you have this sort of sense of invincibility of the key characters, I guess.
Yeah,
Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty where shit can really go wrong. We saw a lot of that in Parade of Horribles of
things
maybe not
not working
necessarily
out.
people, yeah, like things not working out or people leaving the story. Katya left at the end of the last
Eh,
book, right? Now she's
yeah.
preggers and off doing human surface stuff. Although I'm hopeful that we'll get some Katya stories in the later books. I
I
bet
feel
we
like that
will.
probably has to come to a head.
There's little mentions of it here and there in Parade of Horribles about just stuff going on the surface and how there are humans that are attacking the place where all the kids are kept at and trying to retake it. I bet we'll get some kind of a story up there, or maybe paths will come back together again. They'll get the band back together. That would be awesome.
I hope so. I hate that Katya had to go so fast when she did, and they barely got to say a proper goodbye. And I was just listening to that in the audiobook. I finished my 4th listen of Inevitable Ruin, and that just killed me, and it was also such a tender moment, like, when Carl and Katya, like, put their foreheads together, and I was just
Mhm.
like, "They have to see each other again." Like, please. I want them to get married, okay? But yeah, so many people left the story. I mean, not necessarily left the story because I think we're gonna get to see more of the Pineapple Cabaret and whatever the hell Louis and them are up to on Sheol. But
Mm-hmm.
the feeling them leave the story was so sad to me, like, even though they're probably gonna be coming back around, but they're not with Carl and Donut, like, going through.
Yeah, they're probably in a better place though, because shit's about to get even more insane. They're about to enter the Ascendancy Battles on the 12th floor. I don't remember who all is around still with them. Imani is still there, right?
And Ellie, right?
I think Imani and Ellie were, yeah, they're
Chris left,
basically.
Louis left.
Mm-hmm. Bautista left.
Yeah, he left. Samantha left.
Florin did Fl-
Kind of.
did Florin and
Oh,
Lucia Mars
Lucia, they're still
stay?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they stuck around because Lucia basically refuses to get out.
Yeah.
Ina left. That's right.
Yeah. She
Let
was the
me
first sacrificed.
I'm gonna
Oh, I can't wait to
pull up
see
the end here.
what the deal is with the Pineapple Cabaret and everything with Harriet. Harriet? Is that how you say it? Haro? Haro! Haro
I
cat.
think it's Herod. Patente is still in there,
Yikes.
but it is a very small group now compared to before. But now they've got sexy Scolopendra. What a freaking
Oh my god.
twist ending that was. That was so.
I
Oh
just
my
knew it
god.
had to be something, and then Donut was like, "Oh fuck," and I was like, "Oh god." And now they're gonna have to keep this level 1 Scolopendra alive, or they're all fucked.
Yes, that I think is going to be
And she's in love
insanely
with Carl.
hard to. Let's keep her alive. They can't put her in a pet carrier now because she's an actual crawler. They probably won't be able to hide her in a safe room. They've had the whole blood bar thing pretty much since they had it for all the 9th floor and the 10th floor. They'll probably have it again on the 12th floor, so they can't camp out in a safe room. Not that they would, but they can't let Scolopendra camp out in the safe room. And Scolopendra has all of the billionaires still inside her somehow. Like, how is that working?
Fuck. I just assumed they kind of ceased to exist when that happened, or got crushed by her transmutation.
Right? Or just went to some stasis storage place kind of a thing. But if they let her die, all the rest of her attacks trigger, right? That's the
I
deal.
reckon so. Okay, are the gods? They're not affected by Scolopendra's attack, are they?
I bet they are if they're on the same floor together. I think when her attacks went off at the end of Parade of Horribles, it affected the gods that were there.
Speaking of gods, how wild is it that there's gods just like appearing all over the universe?
Yes, yeah,
Like,
that is
because we talked
insane.
about that in our last episode, like, what does the nothing being broken mean? And we theorized,
Mhm.
like, what if this means that gods are just like free and loose, and they are free and loose? But it's interesting that they're like as confused as everyone else.
Yeah, but they're popping up randomly in the real world far away from the dungeon. And it sounds like they're not doing a whole lot yet other than just popping out for a few minutes and freaking everybody out and then disappearing.
So we
But
haven't gotten
that's
any like
insane.
violence yet, but I bet it's coming. Especially because I think as the longer this continues, the gods are going to become more self-aware, and like people like Eris are already way past that point. And what if she decides to go out and play around, or I
Yeah,
don't
theoretically, they
know.
would be able to exercise their god abilities anywhere within the enhancement zone, which is steadily spreading out away from Earth. I also remember something in one of the earlier books where they were talking about the nothing, but they said specifically the dungeons version of the nothing. So it's a in-game replication of something that exists out in the wider universe, apparently.
Yeah, which is freaky. I mean, I don't know the chances the universe is come out of here still alive, but speaking of like fate, if you will, let's talk about Eris since we're talking about gods, because she's become a
Mhm.
major player in this book, specifically intertwining herself with Carl.
Yeah.
We need to pull up the coin and all the choices and talk about it, because I was listening to a past book, and someone made a comment about Eris, like not really knowing her true personality because she's usually been sponsored, but like we're seeing it now for the first time, and a characteristic of her is like she's not a liar. Like she doesn't need to lie to cause chaos, so why would she? And so that
Mhm.
makes this whole thing that she's telling Carl even more stressful. That in combo with the tragedy comment is like actively consuming my mind space. Like, what do you mean? Donut's not gonna die. No.
I really wonder about that because when they first meet Mordecai in his gloom wraith phase or whatever the fuck he's in now, he basically gives them prophecies when he first sees everybody for the first time, right? And after he does that, he says something about how they shouldn't pay that much attention to it because it's designed to sound creepy, but there's no such thing as fate or predestiny or anything. But I don't know. Maybe he's just wrong about that.
He might be. He's just wrong. Skits Mordecai. I need to make biscuits.
I highlighted that one too. So when Mordecai was giving his little prophecy thing to Carl and Donut, for Carl,
Oh,
he
fuck.
said, "The shadows reach even now for a porous soul such as yours. You are reached for by both sides. Who will entwine you, the tree or the abyss?" And then for Donut, he said, "The edges are more clear, yet still uncertain. A sacrifice might save you in the end. It might. It will be the darkest decision ever made."
I feel like Carl is gonna have to sacrifice someone really important to save her. Like,
Hmm.
is it gonna be Prepotente? Scolopendra? I don't know.
But I think
I
he'd have
don't
no
think we care
problem
about.
sacrificing.
Yeah. Although that would be opening a whole can of worms, but I feel like that wouldn't really make sense because if Scolopendra dies and the rest of her attacks trigger, like Donut could just die then anyways, or he could die, or a fate much worse. Hmm. Yeah, this was a very interesting plot device by Gentleman to have Mordecai take the what is it called? The
He's a
Wraith?
moon reaper, I
Moon
believe.
Reaper.
Well,
There we
he's
go.
actually a shadow mimic in the form of a moon reaper.
That was very fascinating. And also like this was pretty early on in the book that he gave Carl and Donut their prophecies. So I was like, oh fuck. The whole book. I was like, okay. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to find the stupid Eris conversation still.
Well, I think I remember at least some of the choices. So she basically flipped a five-sided coin to tell Carl's future. One of the options was him losing his feet, which is
Oh
probably the
my god.
least bad of all of them.
You can definitely
Another
get some
one,
bionics for that.
another one was just Donut dying, I think.
Yeah. And then was there
And
another one that was like everyone dies or something?
yeah, something like that.
Oh, here we go. I got it. I got it. Okay. One side showed Donut's face with the word RIP. The other side read Carl defeated, spelled FEET, with a pair of bloody, severed feet. She flipped it again, and it changed to a pile of dead bodies with the caption, "Most of my friends are dead." She flipped it one more time. It showed me hanging upside down by one foot from the branch of a tree, though I had a smile on my face. The edges of the coins were filled with player killer skulls. It read, "I become what they accuse me of." That's interesting.
Hmm.
That's been a common thread, like, will Carl become so evil or like his dad but worse? And I feel like at this point he's defeated it at every turn.
He
But
is really walking the razor's edge. There's a time
yeah,
in Parade of
still.
Horribles where he snaps and attacks somebody. When is that? Is it in the bar? I don't remember where it is exactly. Yeah, this was such an insane onslaught of so many things happening right from square one. And for the characters, they don't get space to even sit down and breathe really at all this entire book. It's just going, going, going. If they didn't have their refresh sleep in 1 minute super bed, they would be totally fucked.
Dude, I still don't understand how they do it. Like, even being refreshed by sleep, just going, going, going like that. To be dealing with that amount of trauma on repeat that only gets worse and worse and worse. And towards the end of this floor, especially, like, this floor was so much crazier than Faction Wars in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really escalated. And golly, I mean, I did not expect the ending either. Like, I did not think we were going to see the 11th floor and it was going to be like.
Yeah, you can really see everyone starting to show the strain. Everyone is right on the edge of breakdown. Carl had that one moment where he snapped and was beating somebody up, whoever that was. Donut is also clearly just kind of barely holding it together at times. Everybody is. Like, everybody is stressed out. There's some times where they're like snapping and arguing at each other. They can't hold up under this much longer, especially if it doesn't slow down at all. I'm honestly hoping that the next book with the Ascendancy Battles will slow down a bit and we can maybe get some more, I don't
To a
know, just
degree.
like political intrigue, some kind of change of pace, because it's otherwise how are you going to ratchet this up even further? It's just it's
I
crazy.
believe he could. Is the scary thing. This is a superpower. But I agree. I kind of miss that we didn't get as much like them just like doing silly goofy stuff, like small errands and hanging out in the safe room. Not that we ever get like a ton of that in any of the books, but that was missing a little bit and it made me sad. But I also know that's just like the nature of everything that's developing. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I am kind of glad that the Ascendancy battle and the rest of the book is going to be split into two books, and I hope they're big and chunky.
Right, because we're getting a book 9 and 10, and then that's it.
He better do some spin-offs after that. I'm not ready to ever leave this universe. Okay, I have it open to this Eris conversation still, and I highlighted what the AI said because the AI says, I don't even know what the hell this is. This bitch is coloring outside the lines. Stress. So I wonder how this whole Eris situation is going to go down because Audette, we haven't seen her yet, but I bet you she's going to be a major part of the next two books because she's also trying to win the Ascendancy. Sounds like, is Eris trying to win the Ascendancy or does she just care about having like real followers?
I don't think anybody knows. I don't think she even knows. I think she's a true agent of chaos.
Wait, isn't that your weakness?
Yep.
So how you feeling about Eris?
Well, she's the best. I'll be one of her followers.
Oh, what if she kills Donut, bro? Stop it. Bad boy.
The god angle is really interesting since the AI can't control them. That's been said quite a few times, that the AI can't control them directly and also can't, I don't know if it'd be reading their minds or what, doesn't know what they're up to exactly.
That is just an interesting factor. I feel like I had assumed up to a certain point that the AI would be able to control everything dungeon related, but despite how powerful it is, not the case.
Yeah, it can't control the gods, but it also refuses to break some rules, like the rules for how the game is supposed to be run.
Yeah.
It could conceivably break or change those, but it is choosing to respect them, which I think is just the AI trying to hold on to some measure of its own sanity. It needs some kind of a framework to stay within so that it doesn't completely go off the rails, which it is really teeter-totteringly close to doing.
Yes. my gosh. I'm like going through these highlights and being like, oh my god, I forgot about that scene because it is so much. I think this was like technically shorter than the last book or two, but it felt just as long. And I'm glad it did. In
I
a
bet
good way.
the final version will be similar in length. I bet there'll be a lot more detailed bits added in certain sections. We got to talk about Carl's brief run as a Dachshund with a German accent. That was so funny.
Oh, I am so fucking excited to hear this in the audiobook. Oh man, I never expected that to happen, but we're better for it. It was just so funny that like he was that for so long. First of all, the whole Joey situation sounds absolutely disgusting. I don't want to talk about
Oh
it.
my god. Yeah, that was a gross boss
I'd rather
fight.
talk about him as a dad. Oh my god. Just the whole interaction of like his natural mannerisms and how Donut reacts to them. Like she keeps hissing at him and stuff. Oh my god, it was so funny. There was a lot of times reading the book that I was like, I just cannot wait to hear Jeff Hayes tackle this.
Yeah, there's going to be some good ones. I really like how they are becoming both so powerful and also such experts at the game that they are not phased or concerned by so many things that should be terrifying. Like with Akuma the War Mage, he wants Carl to come visit him alone, and instead they all go. And this is one of the most powerful entities that the game has ever seen that they should all be afraid of, and instead they just go in there and totally kick his ass. And then they have such a casual mindset with so many of the gods throughout the story too, like when Gruul shows up during that one race and they're just
Yeah.
like, we don't have time to deal with you
We're
right
just gonna
now.
put you off to the side right now. All right,
Yeah.
little piggy.
But yeah, and then at the ending arena battle when gods are popping in there and they can hang with these gods already, go toe to toe with them, they're able to kill the people behind sponsored gods pretty easily because of Donut's
Yeah.
Laundry Day, which is insane that they can just go toe to toe with these celestial entities. And now they're about to go to the 12th floor, and it sounds like it's going to be a kind of a repeat of what we saw on the 6th floor where Carl is out to kill all the hunters. I bet now on the 12th floor they're going to be out to kill all the people behind sponsored gods.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. I did not expect this early. I mean, I didn't expect we'd get like real retribution and like the satisfaction of like, when you're reading a book about like the most evil fucking people and then they
Mm-hmm.
finally get their due and they get punished and it's just so satisfying. And just knowing that all of these billionaires who I'm sure are the scum of the earth, like they're anything like the billionaires here on earth, and they're just getting tortured in their little club that they thought they were just gonna have the nicest time on. And that was great. But it surprised me that I was like, oh, this is happening early. Like, this is fuck yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Crazy. There is a lot of moments of camaraderie in this book that I think that's maybe why this is probably one of my top 3. Like when little Linus thought he was gonna come in there and pull a fucking and they were like, oh sweetie, we clocked you on day 1.
Yeah.
That and the actual like parade itself, like specifically the float they had, like Prepotente singing in the air, and
Yes.
then all of the signs they were holding up, like holy shit.
It was actually a really touching creative scene, the whole parade thing, and how
Yeah.
they all went for it, except for which group was it? Was it Florin's group that didn't really try and then got all their legs broken?
No, it wasn't Florin's group. I think it was a different one, but yeah, they didn't even try. It's like, don't you know daddy is watching?
Yeah.
That was probably one of
Oh,
my favorite parts.
one of my
Oh.
favorite scenes was Carl and Donut's karaoke scene, bar fight extravaganza.
And they were like, we have to do it. It's now or never.
That was so fun. I know they're making the Dungeon Crawler Carl TV show, and so they better do that scene justice when they get
Oh,
there.
dude, please. That is like a classic DCC scene. Like, it just has everything you love about DCC in it.
One thing I'm curious to see if there's any changes around when the official version comes out is the Linus's targets were Imani and Louis. And Imani made sense as such a backbone support person of the crew.
And their
But
healer.
Louis didn't make as much sense to me. They described it as like, Louis is our heart. He's like the heart of the crew. And
When did that happen?
maybe, yeah, I never really felt that way about Louis. I went from finding him really annoying to just like, oh yeah, he's whatever. Like he's there. He has
Okay.
this cool growth arc and he's a part of the team, yes, but this idea that he's like this important, the heart of the crew, I didn't ever really feel that way about him. So I wonder if there will be any additional writing in the official Parade of
Mm.
Horribles to cement him as that character.
I feel very much the same. Like, there's so many good characters, and there's nothing wrong with Lily per se, although I am just like, I feel bad for Juice Box. But that's a whole other tangent we don't really need to talk about because Juice Box wasn't really in this book. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for her to come back. I miss her. But yeah, I just like don't really care about Louis. That surprised me as well. Like Amani, I can definitely see. And yeah, she is like the best representation of like the best parts of humanity left, I feel like. And I think the crew kind of sees her and holds her up in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Louis, it's like yeah. Like, I didn't know it was like that. I feel like if you're gonna send him in to assassinate 2 high value targets, you should have picked, like, another one. Although I can understand the reasoning for, like, why he wasn't sent in there to assassinate Donut, because then Carl would just, like, doomsday scenario everything.
Yeah, I could see an argument for Louis being a character that sort of keeps them tethered to their humanity. Like he was the one who made the Christmas thing happen, pushed everyone to do it.
He did stand up to Carl.
Yeah. Yeah, there's bits here and there where he reminisces about, stuff in his former life and stuff that happens like, "Oh yeah, it reminds me of this." And he'll tell you this story about like his crazy van or whatever. Goes off on these tangents. So maybe he's through that light, he's somebody that sort of keeps them connected to their humanity before the dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah. I don't have anything to add, that was great. No notes, no notes. I find it interesting that we found out a lot more about like this like storage and the cold and how they're not really unconscious necessarily. Like they kind of
Mhm.
remember what it's like and it's absolutely terrible. So I'm hoping that while this is going to end in a tragedy, like I hope that they're able to free all these old former crawlers and NPCs and people who have been trapped in the dungeon for God knows how long.
Maybe the dungeon just continues to grow and encompasses the entire universe, and everyone lives in the dungeon forever, and Pineapple Cabaret is the only safe place.
The whole universe moves to the Pineapple Cafe. Yeah, I'm in. Send me an invite. Oh, should we talk about some of the characters we loved?
Yeah, there was a lot of fun new characters. Dwight is definitely up there.
Yeah, and Lucienne, I don't crazy
Yeah.
little. That was so funny when she died. Come ye vermin. I love how Dwight was like such a fucking problem, and then when it was his time, they were like, "All right, like easy peasy."
Yep. Just
We
instantly
were
gone.
just waiting for the go ahead.
It got
Um,
real close for them, though. Those first few races were real close, especially when they like didn't they get back-to-back last place finishes and fan boxes?
I don't know if it's back to back, but they definitely got fan boxes twice. It was rough.
Mhm.
It's very funny as a Gossip Girl watcher in my past. All the Gossip Girl references, like Dorota. I know you probably haven't watched that, so
Mm-mm.
Dorota, the little car seat,
Oh,
is
yeah.
like this little Polish maid that's in Gossip Girl, and it was just perfect. No notes. If you watch Gossip Girl, I'm sure you thought it was hilarious. I'm living for all the Gossip Girl references.
You've gotta listen to the audio immersion tunnel stuff. There's a after credits scene where it's just Donut and Zev talking about Gossip Girl for like 5 minutes
I do
straight.
need to watch that.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get everybody on the Soundbooth theater train, because if you like the
Yes,
normal
dude.
audiobooks, these are just another level above. They're so good. More voice actors, music, sound effects, lots of extra content too, because they adapted the books for this full scale production. And so there are extra scenes written in. Some scenes are rewritten a bit as well, just to play nicer in this format. So it actually does feel like a different story in a way. You're getting these additional perspectives. They do a lot of the recap show where they actually wrote scenes for it. Because when you're reading the normal books, it will sometimes briefly mention what's going on in the recap show, but it's always this description of it rather than getting the actual thing. So in the audio immersion tunnel version, they actually made a show where they have the regular guy Kevin, and then they have two other announcers
Kevin.
who are completely new, who were not mentioned in the books at all. And so they will do the actual recap episodes, and these two commentators talk about all this random shit, and they're actually pretty long, and they will weave it in and out of the other characters. So you actually sounds like you're in there in the room while the characters are watching the show. You'll be hearing the show, and then the show volume will kind of duck down, and Mordecai and Carl will be commenting back and forth on it, and then it'll go back to the show. It's really well done.
Bro, that is so impressive. The level of detail for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard to imagine for any audiobook DCC listener that it can be better, but yes, it does. It is better. It's fucking amazing. It's awesome. Okay, I came across this in my highlights, and I honestly forgot this happened, but it's pretty important. Lucia. Shall I just reminisce with this whole paragraph? Lucia turned her attention to us. I stood tense, looking at the woman with the skull head. I felt a chill. The scavenger's daughter blinks, for she does not know what she sees. I'm gonna butcher this name. Chalkushilakchikajui
Sounds like you nailed it.
is here, Lucia said, whispering in my ear. She's new to this place, but she is here. She doesn't need Cece or Gus like the residual and the primal did. She keeps telling us that she is kind and that she will protect us. But she says the kindest thing may be letting us die. She says we are vessels in the river, just as you are, Carl. We are drowning together, you and me and all the others. But more are coming. The veins are open, she says. All the trapped are coming, Carl. All seek the prize on the 12th floor, not just her kind. The real, the imagined, and the enslaved. All gather, focused on the ascendancy. It's not a game like they told me, but it's not a game like they told you either. Not anymore.
Wow. How does she know all that?
I think she's possessed by a god or something. She's definitely there's something in there. And I find this line very interesting. She doesn't need Cece or Gus like the residual and the primal did. So
Mm-hmm.
this is some kind of affliction that's been happening for a while that involves all of this weird behavior that we've observed in Lucia Marr, and we also know that she has all these kids inside of her too. So wondering how this all happened. Like, did the kids get in her first, or did God get in her first? Some sort.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
Hot
we have enough
fucking
like
mess.
information for her yet. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I think we maybe learned some more about this Chow Chewy Lickatui god. You need to look this up and try to pronounce it, bro. It is the gnarliest name I've ever seen in my life. But it is interesting when the presence like leaves Lucia in that moment. There's another note that says the presence is gone. The scavenger's daughter shudders in fear. So is it something that's very connected to the scavenger's daughter storyline? It seems very fascinating that like in the presence of any other god we've seen, the scavenger's daughter has the normal reaction that like tells Carl what the benefit is or whatever. It's the same thing. And they open her eyes, but this is a reaction unlike what we've seen before.
This has happened a few times where the scavenger's daughter
Shudders?
doesn't know what or just doesn't know what she's seeing, so he doesn't get an effect. It happened once during faction wars. I don't remember the situation for it.
Oh my god, hold up. Okay, couple pages later, or a little bit later, uh Carl and Samantha are having a dialogue, and Samantha does know. She calls this god Chachi. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she says, Chachi? Chalakachikutikutiki? Wears a green skirt, talks kind of funny, cries a lot. Oh, Carl. Oh, wait, I should be doing this in my Russian accent. What the fuck am I doing? Wears the green skirt, talks kind of funny, cries a lot. Oh, Carl. Are you hiding her from me because you think I'll be jealous? That's so adorable. But she's a little cuckoo, not all that emotionally stable. Likes to talk a lot about how she's all into saving the lives of children, but then she just kills them all. What? I gotta tell you, Carl, Donut was correct. You need to stop dry humping crazy. You think I'm psycho like his girlfriend? Oh boy. She's the type of chick who'll set all your chonies on fire. Even the pair you're wearing. And if you're triple dipping with her and Eris and your new wife, that's a lot of work. And even you don't have a mustache. What do you think is going to happen when Chachi finds out? You should really follow Louis' example. He's a one-woman type of guy. That's why Juicebox couldn't handle him. Okay. Well, that's stressful because she's clearly trying to kill the children.
Yeah, I'm remembering that now. So she is allegedly trying to protect them, but is eventually going to say that dying is the best outcome and kill them all.
Well, we know that the dungeon runners don't know what the fuck is going on with Lucia Mar. And
Mhm.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they mentioned at some point that like the whole like the kids and the pregnant women and stuff didn't work how it usually does this year. I think there's a lot that they're confused about and they're missing, and this season is unlike any other. So maybe that's part of the reason like this is happening with Lucia Meyer because she's clearly been afflicted by this. But like, what's this residual and primal situation that's somehow related to the dogs and what's going on inside Lucia Mar? So kind of a bit of a puzzle.
Yeah, I don't think the residual or primal were inside her mind like the others were necessarily. It seemed like there was, maybe they were, but there was someone that was talking to Lucia Marr that they thought was maybe a liaison much earlier in 4-6-ish timing.
Hmm.
But
I guess
then,
maybe we're just
yeah,
gonna have to wait for next book.
yeah, like is the residual Agatha? I don't think so. There's
That
probably
would be
more
crazy.
residuals in there because there's some residuals that get in every year or every season, they said. So there probably are more residuals in play, but I think the only primal is the actual AI itself.
Yeah, we got a lot of lore on primals and AIs and so much stuff. I think that was the part where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to read this again because there's some sections that were so thick with the lore, and you guys know I love the lore. But I was just like, this is beyond me.
It was a huge info dump. I think it will probably be more clear when the official version comes out. I bet they'll clean that up a lot.
I hope so. I hope it's not another Iron Tangle situation because I still don't understand that shit, and I'm on my fourth, well, fifth reread actually. Unity, support, family, and kneecapping bitches. I love that we got to see more Candy this time. I'm sad that we didn't get a lot of Mongo and Rend, and they were kind of like had to hang out in the stables and stay put a lot of the time. And R.I.P. Rend. Fucking his new weakness is potatoes.
That's pretty unfortunate.
That's really unfortunate. But I really missed their presence this book. Did you?
I did. Yeah. They're such fun characters, especially their dynamic together.
I'm really curious about Amani's little tooth fairy thing.
Oh my god. Reverse Tooth Fairy. What does he do exactly? I still don't understand.
I feel like we didn't ever really get to find out, but it sounds horrible, and clearly Ellie and Amani are appalled by him, so it must be pretty bad.
Yeah. I think the AI is going to become a massive problem in the next book. It's already getting there, where it's so unhinged that they can barely survive. That whole ending arena fight with all the crazy effects and everything, like the switching inventories and whatnot.
Oh my god, what a disaster.
Yeah. Carl getting turned into a dog earlier and also being stuck as a kangaroo for like a whole day. There's so much really crazy shit that is getting thrown at them because you can tell the AI is just getting progressively more and more off the rails.
Yeah, and how he pulled out Choco. Yeah, this AI I almost like respected a little, but also stressed me out. Man, I can't believe we didn't bring up in our favorite moments. It didn't pop in my brain at the time, but I had freaking chills all over my body when like Dong and Corcunda were charging in to fight Grohl. Like them to go out like that after the whole like uncovering of their love story and this is crazy, crazy storyline. And it, oh my god, I teared up a little bit, and I went back to read it again because just chills. It was such a good moment and sad moment, but epic moment. Epic.
That was a pretty awesome scene. And a really weird story arc with them and the half Mantar thing. It was just
some of the descriptions in this one, like most of the other books, are just so disturbing. So disturbing, so disgusting. So disgusting, Carl. Who did, before Carl announced his picks for the arena, who did you think he was going to pick?
not either of those two.
I know. I was like, oh, plot twist.
I was thinking he would bring some people from the outside that he wanted to kill, like maybe his wife slash Donut's attorney, or
That's one of mine, who I thought it was going to be.
yeah, or I don't know what leaders from the outside would be the most impactful to pull in there and kill, though.
I thought that it was going to be Carl's wife and Prime Minister Victory. Like, which I felt conflicted towards because I didn't hate Victory when she was in the story. But I remember the scene where Carl is like, when he finds out she's going to be the prime minister, he like reaches out to touch her to make sure she's there. And he's thinking like, you know what he's thinking. And he says internally, like, I wouldn't hesitate for a second. I would do it. And so that's what made me think like, oh, okay, that was foreshadowing to him calling her to the arena or something. But no, it was so much better than that. Crazier. Truly a Carl plan.
The bringing Scolopendra in, holy cow, he got some really good achievements in that scene from his choices.
So good.
And the way he just told off what the fuck's his god's name again? Empress.
That was pretty satisfying. What was the line? I'm sure I maybe highlighted it. He was like, "It was me, bitch."
Yeah.
Something to that effect. And I was like, oh. I kind of wish he killed Eris himself, but it's all right.
I hope that we see Donut get a level 20 fireball. I think that would be awesome.
Oh my god. Do we want her to have that power?
Her
Oh my
using fire spells in the wrong settings is one of my favorite recurring things.
Yeah. Or giving something the wrong biscuit. I can't even imagine what this dynamic is gonna look like. I feel like her and Donut are gonna hate each other. Totally despise each other.
Yeah.
Donut's gonna be jealous.
What if Scolopendra is really awesome and Carl falls in love with her?
That would be kind of awesome. What if she like helps them save the whole dungeon?
Right? Yeah, maybe she's gonna be.
This is the 6th side of the coin. Shirley Temple's really good. Very good. Hold on, I feel like there's very important things to talk about, but I keep finding all these like lore dump highlights, and I'm like, I don't know if we want to talk about all that shit.
Yeah, I think we'll do another episode on this after the official book is out and we really
We can
analyze
provide more intelligent thoughts. I feel like we're all just reminiscing together right now, and I love it.
This is more of just a hype train episode.
This whole Ysalte and Brittany thing is also very interesting too. Did they send Brittany out, or is she still there? They
Brittany's
sent her to the Pineapple Cabaret, right?
no, she's at Sheol.
Oh, fuck. Anyways, like, how is Ysalte inside of her when Ysalte died and there's a memorial crystal?
I didn't know Isalte was. Oh, right. She's like maybe possessed because she picked up Isalte's pickaxe. When did she
Yeah, but
even
like,
pick up her pickaxe? It must have been right after they killed her on the 8th floor.
was on the 8th floor. I think it all happened like after the god died, then that all happened. I'm vaguely certain. You would think I would remember after re-listening to this so many times, but it's truly so chaotic and so many events happen, it's impossible to remember chronologically everything. It's literally impossible. I'm pretty
Yeah, maybe
sure.
when Isalti gets killed, she is just inhabiting her pickaxe, sort of like a sentient weapon kind of thing. And now that Brittany has it, Isalti can talk to her or something. But it seems like Brittany's in a good position with that. Everyone's been super worried about her and that something bad was going on. But it seems like Brittany is much more in control because she's on the 15th floor before Louis gets there and seems to know what's going on, even though she hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I feel like maybe not in book 9, but in book 10, I think I'm hoping like everyone, all of the crew that's still alive will come together for like one final epic battle. We'll see. I'm really curious how this, because he said we're gonna see all 18 floors, but is that gonna be through Carl and Donut's POV? Or are we going to get more POVs of like what's happening in the cabaret and what's happening in Sheol before they all come back down to the Ascendancy level? I kind of wonder, are they gonna like hop all the different floors and be chasing each other around? I don't know. That would be kind of fun. I hope we do get to see Carl and Donut experiencing the other floors. What about that the interview, the GOAT interview?
Oh shit. That was really funny. Where they went to the plenty.
Yeah, they have a weird culture. That was insane. I was laughing that entire scene.
That was an amazing scene, especially with how it spiraled out of control.
It always does when Carl and Donut are involved. Dude.
That was when the liaison got killed too, wasn't it? Harbinger?
Yeah, this is time.
Yeah. He tried to assassinate them and got bonked by the
Smoked.
AI. Or was it the AI or was it Lexus that killed him?
I thought it was Lexus.
I
I
think it
don't
was
know.
Lexus.
I don't know. People are gonna be like fresh off reading this book, and they're gonna be like, "You fucking idiots." Sorry, guys. Okay. Now I don't remember, but I remember there was definitely a death, and I'm pretty sure it was Harbinger.
No, he definitely died.
Samantha. We'll circle back. This message she sent to Louis about where she's going. She's, she hitched a ride with Tyrannus and Krakerin. They're at the temple trying to combine a bunch of things to make whole his mom wife. His mom wife. Is that a peto?
I have no idea what part you're talking about.
This is in the last chapters of the book. Yeah, when Louis in Sheol, he gets a chat message from Samantha. Because remember, she disappeared with the god and Krakerin Prime. Recall? And then we
Yeah,
got
that
all that
sounds
lore dump
familiar.
about Apito and the how it's split into 3 different pieces. I think it was Apito. They're trying to make his mom wife whole, and it's not gonna work because they're missing a piece. I slipped away. It's all part of my plan. I'm really here to kill the demon mother lady and her jerk son, who I thought was my friend, but he tricked me into giving birth to a monster that will destroy all of creation, both inside and outside the dungeon. Doesn't that sound fun? All right, this is really important. I can't believe I didn't remember this. Cause yeah, I don't remember the details of all the lore about Apito and the Scavenger's Daughter storyline, but we know that Samantha's a part of it, and yeah, I'm not gonna expand on that. But the Scavenger's Daughter is gonna destroy all of creation.
Apparently.
Yeah. So what the fuck? Is that the Sandus?
Yeah, that's
The
probably
war
something to
mages
do with
have?
what the war mages are up to. I mean, maybe their master plan is to destroy everything because then the Pineapple Cabaret would still be safe since it's some pocket dimension thing. So yeah, maybe they just want to nuke everything else.
Pocket dimension sounds kind of handy.
I know.
Imagine if you just had a little dimension for all your stuff.
Dude, that would be so nice to have an inventory system like they do in Dungeon Crawler
Oh.
Carl.
Yeah, especially for you because you travel so much.
It would just be great to be able to have all the stuff right there anytime, carry unlimited things.
Yeah, you're like out in the street and you meet an old friend and you're like, oh, I gotta show you this. And you just pull it out of your pocket dimension. That
Dude, I would
would
have
be
so
pretty
much stuff
awesome.
in there.
Well, it would only be cool until corporations and capitalism find it, and then we'll be paying taxes and we'll have to pay for more space in our pocket dimensions.
Think of how different the Dungeon Crawler Carl story would be if they didn't have that, though. They say that that's a new feature for this season where they have the infinite
That would
dimensional
suck.
storage. And normally it's more of a traditional game slot based system. That would change so much about all of their strategies. They wouldn't have been able to build that bunker thing that they fought the ball of swine with in the first book. So many other things they would not have been able to do, and they would have had to expend so much time and effort on figuring out, okay, what are we going to bring? What are we going to leave
How would
behind?
they even carry their money? You just fill your pockets with
Well, no,
coins.
they still normally they would still have like
Inventory,
a virtual inventory
but it wasn't
system, but
unlimited.
yeah, it would be however many, I don't know, like 10 slots, but then each slot could be a stack of something. And so all the money would theoretically just be in one stack of however many gold coins. But then other stuff has limits on how high it can stack. I think they said the coal lumps could go up to 999 per stack.
A
But
lump of
then
coal.
specific items like weapons and gear would each take up one slot by themselves, probably. So yeah, it would have been very different and probably just a lot less fun of a story reading about all the inventory management stuff.
True, true.
Some people like that though. Are you someone who enjoys the inventory management aspect of games?
Yeah. I like having an inventory in games and keeping it organized because I am a very organized person. But I also find that if my inventory is not organized, I have a problem with that. So I'm gonna organize it. So if it's like a constant, I have to reorganize this shit, then it's gonna take away time from the game, and then I don't like it. But
Mhm.
that's really a personal flaw that everything has to be organized. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just play the game, but it can be satisfying. What about you?
I find it pretty fun sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of satisfying to build an inventory management system. Like
Inventory.
and in 7 Days to Die that Josh and I have been playing, we finally actually built a inventory system, which normally we just have a bunch of chests that are just throw all the random shit in all the chests. It's total chaos. And so then trying to find something when you need to craft something is so bad. It takes forever. And so this time we built like 20 different chests and put signs on them for like, oh, this is bullets and this is melee weapons and this is armor pieces, whatever.
I feel like when I played Valheim for like one day at your guys' camp, I feel like you guys were moderately organized, and I was just like shoving shit in random chests, and you were like, "Bro, no."
Yeah, that was a bad one though, because we didn't have any kind of signs or
Labels.
labeling or anything. We just knew. And actually, Josh was also very chaotic about it. I would come up with an
That's on
inventory
brand.
system and then Josh would just ignore it completely.
That's on brand. I do enjoy aspects of games. Like we talked about this not too long ago. Like in Palia, I like to spend hours decorating and organizing and building my plot. And you're like, fuck it. Just throw everything on the grass. And that's like one of my favorite parts of the game. But you're not an interior decorator, are you?
No, I like doing design stuff, but only in certain games. Like Factorio is one I've played a lot, where I do a lot of design and
You
factory
do like that
building.
one. Minecraft is, I guess, design.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of feeling brain salady.
I can tell.
I think I need a nap.
Go take a nap. We'll do a much longer episode right after this comes out, and we listen to it all again. It's all very fuzzy around the edges. But what's most important is we laughed. We live laughing together. So thanks.
That's all that matters.